As I call for leadership, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the debt committee has done an excellent job. And they have told you, Honorable Speaker, if you look at the figures in this report, almost 1.0, out of the consolidated fund services, the public debt service allocation is 2.31 trillion. Ask yourself, Honorable Speaker, if you are spending 2.31 trillion shillings on debt service allocation, and you are projecting to raise maybe 3.6, you'll be left with about 1.3 trillion. We are still in mediation with the county governments that are asking for another 450 billion out of that 1.3. How much are we leaving for expenditure? And that is why I like intelligent, informed, and honest contributions like those of Dr. Oundo, who is asking us, if our debt service today, even interest payments, are higher in terms of percentage to GDP, higher than our development allocation in our estimates, Honorable Speaker, what are we doing to our country? And those are the solutions we should be looking for, Honorable Speaker, today. As we point fingers at each other, Honorable Speaker, the committee is telling you, out of this 2.31, 1.06 is in redemption, or rather principal payments, and 1.25 in interest payments. That tells you interest payments alone are taking close to 54%, almost 60% of our CFS. And therefore, as we consider these estimates, interest payments, we are not paying interest on the debts borrowed in the last 2 years or the last 3 years, presided over by Honorable Atandi and Honorable Dindi Nyoro as budget chair. And I do not mention their names in vain because they did not do this work alone. We did it collectively, dictated by circumstances of our economy at the time. Just like today, we are budgeting dictated by circumstances that pertain today, not last year. It's very easy to say, oh, Kibaki did not borrow this much. Very popular out there with villagers and other people who may not understand and who may not know what you know. But we must be honest to tell Kenyans, Kibaki presided over an economy under the old constitution that had no devolution. There was nobody asking Kibaki for 500, half a trillion shillings to go to our county governments, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we had a government after Kibaki that was in power for 10 years and borrowed.
What is out of order in your...
Honorable Speaker, is important for us because we are still informing Kenyans. The fact of the matter is that the entire 10 years of President Mwai Kibaki, Kenya borrowed 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings.
Order, Honorable, order. Let's not go on the... Order, I will explain to you. When you go on a point of order, you are rising on a specific matter which is out of order, which is as a result of the chair. But you keep going back 10 years. What is it? What is out of order?
I've seated here listening, Honorable Speaker, and the majority leader keeps talking about solutions. But his entire presentation so far, and time is actually off, is about lamentations. So if we have the government lamenting before the Kenyan people, what do you want Kenyans to do?
Order, Honorable Dindi Nyoro. You still are out of order. Proceed, Honorable Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, I don't know what is itching my brother because I have not even finished my contribution. And I was headed there because, Honorable Speaker, I was saying, rather than lecture the country to want to seem to look intelligent, what we should be offering are solutions. And we should be telling Kenyans honestly that the Mwai Kibaki government did borrow, but they were living under different circumstances, not under the 2010 Constitution. The 2010 Constitution, when Uhuru Kenyatta came into power in 2013, you will see the exponential growth of that debt, dictated again by our circumstances. I know some of these members were not in that parliament, but we were there, Honorable Speaker. The former chair of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, a great Kenyan by the name Mutava Musimi, presided over an audit of the 2010 Constitution implementation and tabled a report in this House, Honorable Speaker, that told us we cannot and we will not afford to implement this Constitution in its entirety with our economy as it is. These are things that are in this house, Honorable Speaker, that we can read and inform ourselves. But that be so, Honorable Speaker, we are where we are. Aware that we cannot claw back on our gains in the Constitution of 2010, Honorable Speaker, because the people of northeastern Kenya today can pride themselves with having a brand new stadium in Wajir County, Honorable Speaker. The people of Wajir, for the first time in the history of Kenya, feel part and parcel of the